how do you go to the Paralympics? How do you get a gold medal? And as a kid, my mind was like, I want to get a Paralympic, never thinking your dream's going to come true.
You have a right to take joy from sport, and there is no reason why you should not.
We as women, we can be strong, we can be powerful, we can still be very feminine.
These remarkable women share not just their triumphs, but the essence of what it truly means to be a woman in sport. Ellie Simmonds, Paralympian extraordinaire, whose journey into sports is a testament to the strength within every woman, breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes, and proving that ability knows no boundaries.
I started swimming at the age of 5 years old. I think, like any child out there, gets given the opportunity to learn to swim, and never thinking it was going to be my career, just to be safe around the water. I think swimming is not just an amazing sport, but it's a life skill as well. And my parents were very much aware of that. So they took me to learn to swim, but just being able to be the same as everyone else, being able to fit in, being able to, like, for me as a youngster, and even now, like going for a run, I could never keep up with non-disabled peers, whereas swimming for me, I was able to keep up with them. I was able to be the same as them. Turning point was watching Athens 2004 Paralympic and seeing people like myself on TV and people like Nairi Lewis, who, when I was watching her race, herself got the gold medal. I was like, how do you go to the Paralympics? How do you get a gold medal? And as a kid, my mind was like, I want to get a Paralympic, never thinking your dream's going to come true. And the rest is history. I went to my first Paralympics in Beijing in 2008, came away with 2 golds, and then London 2012, Rio 2016. You just never think that swimming or your sport or your dreams are ever going to come true, but they did. And I think, again, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice, but dreams do come true.
Ellie's journey started with a dream, fueled by passion and resilience. As a Paralympian, she's experienced firsthand the transformative, empowering power of sports.
Being a woman, but then also having a disability as well. I think there's definitely moments since, like, even retirement now, or when I was an athlete, there's always that second glance, that second, oh, can she do it? Can she keep up with non-disabled swimmers to train at the swimming pool and to swim in this group? I think there's always those moments where you get looked at secondly, but I think it's changing, it's getting better and better. And I think that's why having the likes of the Paralympics on TV and disability representation in the media is so important, because I think it's important that everyone has someone to look up to. For me, I just feel now I've got a responsibility and a passion to make change for people like myself with dwarfism or with a disability, because it's so important that, everyone gets accepted in society, but you never think actually it's you, you're the one that sometimes maybe people look up to, or it's just, it's that pinch me moment. I think you just go about your daily business, and maybe it's just my athlete self, you never think of actually the impact that you could have. It's just something that the impact is that I want to make change and make sure that everyone has a good life.
As the CEO of Women in Sport, Steph Hilborne is also on a mission to empower women not only to lead, but to excel, play with passion, and succeed in arenas where their voices resonate louder than ever.
We make sure that the voice of women and girls is heard, because in sport it really hasn't been enough, and far too many girls and women have been put off sport at school and aren't benefiting from all the joy it can bring us. I think the experience you have as sport when you're growing up is really set by a couple of factors. One is, are you a boy or a girl? Because almost the moment we're born, we're stereotyped. Girls are encouraged away from team sports and contact sports and tough sports and towards maybe dance and gym, which are also great sports, but there's very much this idea that girls don't do those rougher kind of sports, which, is a real loss to girls.
Leading Women in Sport has shown Steph the impact of collective empowerment. Together, she's helping to rewrite the script, creating a future where every woman not only competes, but conquers.
We're at a turning point with women's sport, and there is a visible shift And what's been happening with team sports like rugby and football and cricket is women have actually finally made it onto the screens, and even our netball has finally made it onto the screen. So there is a shift. People are aware of it. There is a willingness to shift, but we're really not there yet. And our charity, with the research we do, it acts as a bit of a conscience to the sector, to just remind them of what's the real experience, the reality for girls and women when it comes to sport, and also then to help them with the change that most of them really want to make, because it's one thing to know you've got further to go, and it's another to understand how you're going to make that change and feel supported in that journey. So the work we do within sport and outside sport is to create both the kind of the sense that there is a need to change, and then to help to support that change.
Livy Sheldon has been challenging perceptions, redefining strength, and lighting the way for women to step into their power. Throughout Livy's career, she's proved that strength comes in many forms and is inspiring every woman to be a gladiator in their own right.
There is that stereotypical of it's very much a guy's area, but I feel like that's very much changing in some aspects, but others, I feel like some people still have that view. So I want to work on getting more women in the gym, training, weight training specifically, because it's so good, not only for the now, but for when you get older. There's still stereotypes now, and we're still fighting those. So I think it's so important for us to come together and talk about that as well, embrace the power of us strong females. And it's fantastic that it's still bigger than ever as well, and more women are becoming more empowered because of it. So that's why I think it's so important for women to feel part of that community and be able to really embrace it, and be able to talk to like-minded women as well.
Being a gladiator is about facing adversity with unwavering strength. Livy wants to inspire women to embrace their inner warriors, to stand tall, and to rewrite their stories with empowerment at the core.
I'm here to show women that you can be strong, powerful, and be yourself, be unique. And that's what I really want to put out there. There wasn't a lot of women out there who were that strong role model. So being able to be someone's strong role model there and show that, it's a dream come true, really. I absolutely love it.
So whether you're diving into the pool like Ellie, leading a movement like Steph, or conquering challenges like Livy, remember your journey is a beacon of empowerment. Let's continue to inspire, empower, and celebrate the incredible women in sports, rewriting the narrative for women everywhere.